Yeah, that's a good question. The question about why is Christianity the only true religion, and that seems very dogmatic and very, uh, narrow-minded. And I'm one for having a open mind about everything. That's why I try to be as receptive to people's opinion as possible. But at the end of the day, we have to give some type of explanation on what our position is in our religious beliefs, and we have to tell why we believe what we believe and what is our explanation to such a tremendous claim. So when we say that Christianity is the only religion, that is a pretty big claim, and you have to not just say that, but you have to have some type of proof to actually justify that declaration. Well, I believe that the primary reason for it, such an extraordinary claim, and why it's so true, is because of this book I'm holding in my hand right now. Okay. Many times agnostics, atheists, skeptics, unbelievers, they base their disapproval on the Christian religious belief system based on what they hear other people say. And that's why it's so important for us as believers to have a good answer and a good explanation on why we believe what we believe. Many people don't refute Christianity based on what they read through this book. They refute it based on what modern scholarship says, what the people in the street that say they're Christians say, what the college professors say that are supposedly Christian teachers, what they hear on TV and what they hear on the radio. And many times that is a huge distortion from what Christianity or what the Bible is actually saying. But if you ever read the Bible and take seriously the words of the prophets, the Psalms, and essentially Jesus Christ and his messengers, the apostles, you have to come to the conclusion that this was not something that was just simply made up. Okay. It wasn't just something that, someone sat down and said, we're going to create this story and we're going to, as some people say, we're going to borrow from existing religions. But it gives us truth claims that are spoken of long ago. And the idea, way of communicating this concept is through the word prophecy. When you investigate the prophets, the things that they said, the things that they disclosed, the words that they preached and they declared to the people, and you actually tie it to the relevancy of the ministry of Jesus Christ and his message and his apostolic authority given to his followers, his messengers, then you understand this great story that helps us understand the mind of God, the will of God, the purpose of God, and lastly, the place of mankind in all of those three components. So we understand that man has a place in the purpose, the will, and the mind of God. But we cannot get to man's purpose until we understand who God is, what he's like, and what he's doing, what he's up to. The prophets, from generation to generation, they disclose these things, revealing them in types and shadows, giving us insight to the things that would come and the will that would be brought to pass by Jesus Christ. The consistency and the harmony between the stories and what they were actually speaking towards is not something that man could bring up or even create himself. It is something that only God could have done and inspired through the work of these holy men. We take that seriously, and we take this book seriously, something that is not very common within modern Christianity. But every serious religion has a sacred book that is highly respected and highly acknowledged as God's word. This is what the Holy Bible presents. And if we follow the message as it is written from beginning to the end, we will have to come to the conclusion that Christianity is the only true religion, and that Christianity is the religion, or if we can say it this way, the belief system by which man is considered acceptable by the God who created heaven and earth. And I would just invite you, if you are struggling with Christianity and any other institutionalized religion or any other type of religious belief, I would invite you to read the Bible, not by what you hear, not by what you see, but by what is written. Follow the story, follow the prophets, follow the wisdom that's given in this book, and see how it points us to Jesus Christ and what Jesus Christ does in order to make these things manifest into the world and what he brings to all those who believe. It's a wonderful religion, but it's not just a religion. It's a way of life. It's a relationship with the God who created heaven and earth. I'd like to invite you all to this wonderful covenant given to us through Jesus Christ. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.